your dirty work. Oh yeah. I don't wanna do your dirty work no more. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is what I just got in the mail today. This is a vintage, or an antique actually, Elm City electric mantle clock made by New Haven. Yeah, it didn't work when I got it. It got the cord on it that I put in the last video. It's got a starter right there. It's not plugged in. I will plug it in though. Let's see. No glass. I think I have a piece of glass for it from a similar clock that's down in the basement. A wind-up model that's kind of shot, but and the hinge is ripped off. But I do have the front piece. I'm pretty sure it has a piece of glass in it, so I'll have to go down and get it. Not in bad shape. It's got a nice little pattern on it. Elm City electric. I didn't really clean it up too much. It's a little dusty. Has some paint on it. Got a nice new cord on it. This is the cord that I showed you. 12-foot long cord. I'd say approximately 11 feet are outside of it. There's about a foot of cord or so inside of it. A little nicked up. It's not in bad shape at all, really. I'll plug it in. The motor in this thing spins incredibly slow, even for a clock motor. It's only a 60 RPM motor speed. It does keep time. It's not the correct time, but I'll start it. There we go. And it's running. I like the font Elm City Electric. Turn it around actually, if I can, without destroying everything. There's actually the original sticker still on the bottom, which I'll try and show. Here's the back. Kind of dirty. Definitely needs to be cleaned. There's the inside of the movement. Well, I'll show you. The movement's mounted on rubber gasket or rubber grommets, and unfortunately, because of that, two of them were completely shattered, so I had to wedge a little piece of wood in there and then zip tie the movement in on that side because it was loose. You can see what I've done there. So that zip tie is. There's the rotor. It's a very slow moving motor. There's a lot of small poles on it. Never seen a motor spin that slow before. Well, it's like a stepper motor, and synchronous motors are very similar to stepper motors, so. But it's so weird. It's very weird looking. The coil, you can see actually, if you look closely, you can see each copper wire. It's very quiet. Let's see if I can get a sound of it actually running. Wire nuts, the original wires to the motor. They're soldered on little terminals on the front. I lubricated. The motor is actually seized up. It's pretty hard to turn. There's no fiber wheel in this. It's all metal gears. And because the motor is such a slow spinning motor, it doesn't need fiber wheel to keep it quiet because there's almost no gear noise. There's the motor pinion. There's another gear, and then it goes to the second hand shaft. Usually there's 2 or 3 gears at least between the output of the motor spindle and the second hand. Well, not in this case. A little strain relief. I put a knot in it, but I put a knot in it after I wired it up, but I needed more wire, so. But that keeps it from getting pulled. It's just a piece of wood with a little hole in the middle. That's all it is, and it works. This is a very nice case. It's got a little screw. That's actually a piece of the wire insulation. You can see there's a screw, and that just goes into this thing, and it holds it in place. The door in place. Yeah, see the door. The original sticker's still on the bottom. See if I can show you that actually. I'll turn the clock off first. Let me just turn it over. This clock's kind of heavy. Here's the original sticker from the bottom. Turned it off. Actually, the rotor on this thing is slightly unbalanced, but because it spins so slow, it doesn't make a difference. So when you start it, or when you stop it, the second hand might actually go backwards a little bit once the motor stops, because the rotor, the heavier part on the bottom, is gonna fall to the bottom. I'll see if I can do that actually. Okay, I'm gonna just it's not plugged in, but I'm gonna do the spin starter. It doesn't always do it, but usually it does. That time it went around. Let's see if I can. It a little bit. Maybe it'll be easier if I show the rotor itself. You'll be able to see it. Oh, Jesus Christ! This dark light. This is really getting it. Okay, let's try this. See. See, it almost always wants to stop. It has it does prefer to stop with that little rivet pointing up, and the reason is because there's a big flywheel on the other side of there, and look at those poles, look how tiny those are, how many there are around there. That's pretty cool. The reason is, where that rivet is, there's a little spring that connects to that, and then there's a flywheel that connects to it, and there's a chunk missing out of the flywheel right there on purpose, a little slot to make room for the rivet, and as a result they got a slight light spot, because the motor spins so slow, it doesn't make a difference. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll make an update video on this one as well once I clean it up a little bit and replace the glass and stuff. Thanks for watching.
I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh yeah. I don't wanna do your dirty work no more. I'm a fool to do your dirty work.